Yes, hello people, hello, welcome back to my channel. AIT NOURI is in, that's 2 transfers done, that is 2 transfers done, with 5 days into the transfer window. So, let's read this first, before I even start waffling, because we all know I like to waffle. But before I start to waffle, let's just read this, yeah? Ryan AIT NOURI to Man City is now complete. AIT NOURI will travel to Manchester for his Man City medical tomorrow. Okay. According to journalists, my apologies on this name. Atmani Taipi. My apologies on the name. Having been granted permission to leave the Algeria national team camp today and miss tonight's friendly against Rwanda. There you go. So he's dodging international duty. Like, let's talk about dodging international duty, you know, but what? One second, what it says here. Grealish is salty, bro. Grealish is salty over here. But anyhow, AIT NOURI to Man City. We need it. We desperately needed a fucking full back. Period. Left back, right back. We need them both, but we desperately needed a left back. I think left back is priority to stop Guardiola from being shoved into that role. So I'm very happy that we've got one now. Hit the likes and subscribe to Alf, get him to 1k. Yeah, do be subscribing, guys. Hello Rosa, how are you? Elite business, what can I say? What can we say? Rivals are jealous because they can't compete, you know. Like they cry, oh you cheat, oh this, oh that. Like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. At the end of the day, you need to cheat a little bit. Otherwise, you're not even a real club, are you? Good, what about you? Same here, thank you for asking. Anyhow, let's continue here on the Ryan AIT NOURI, Cherki, AIT NOURI news. So, at this point, this is what our squad looks like now. So, we've got Guardiola, Diaz, and then we've got Nunez on right back for the moment. We have AIT NOURI. I'm not sure what number he'll wear, so let's just leave this blank. I'm not sure what number he'll wear. AIT NOURI. This looks like a good back line. Goalkeeper is woeful, but okay. So, we've got... what's his name? Leenders. We have as well. Then Rodri. This is probably somewhat what we're looking at right now. And then we're still gunning for Cherki. And let me put Cherki in here, yeah, but we don't have him yet, so let's put him here. I do think we'll get him. I do believe we'll get Cherki. So, is this the starting 11 we're looking at the moment? Maybe Savio, or maybe even Foden, Marmoush, Savio, something like this. Not sure, but the reason I pulled this up here is I'm trying to figure out what the lineup is now with AIT NOURI in it, because this is important. Let's say we don't get a certain player. Let's say we don't get Cherki. Let's say something goes wrong. So what I'm trying to do is have like mental experiments here. What is our lineup with what we currently have available? What are the weaknesses in that lineup? And what can we sign to improve that most? New transfer news. Big up to Manu. Yes, Ryan Cherki is complete. That's how a big club moves. We've got Rangers and AIT NOURI complete. Both of them complete. Sometimes it's a good feeling to be a big club, you know. Sometimes being a big club, it's just good. So most likely, we will get Cherki coming in. So let's say Cherki comes in. I'm assuming we'll get a system like this, where Foden will be like the midfielder, attacking midfielder. But he'll be more like a shadow striker. Like he'll be a shadow striker, and he'll go down the wings as well. And when Foden goes down the wings, he frees up space for Marmoush or for Cherki to go into midfield. So it's not going to be a very rigid system. On paper, Foden will be in midfield, but he'll be all over the place. But yeah, I think it's when Foden is at his best. When Foden is free roaming, not locked into any position, I think that's when he's at his best. Yeah, bro, can't compete in it. But Foden aside, let's actually look at how AIT NOURI improves us, because AIT NOURI is a transfer I really fucking love. And I've talked about it before. Now, it doesn't work with Nunez. So we need to get a proper right back. At the moment, we don't have that. Let's say Akanji. I know it's Akanji, but argument's sake, right? So we push up the pitch. Defensively, shape remains about the same, I would imagine. I think we're gonna play in a 4-4-1-1 defensively. Maybe 4-4-2. But like that's not really how Man City plays, because what we have defensively is 4-4-1-1. And then Foden would be the one hanging up. And Haaland is like the focal point to play balls up to him. Haaland tries to lay it off to attacking midfielder. That's how he tends to defend and try to go up the pitch. Anyhow, so if we go up the pitch right now with this team, I would imagine that AIT NOURI goes up the pitch. And that Marmoush goes kind of in this like half space. They call that a half space nowadays, don't they? That's how I imagine we would play with AIT NOURI here. And Akanji, prone to be replaced. Maybe I even need to put up a disclaimer next to that. Prone to be replaced. There we go. So we will potentially, hopefully, get a better right back than Akanji, but that's what we have right now. So I've talked about AIT NOURI before. I've talked about Rangers, but they help each other. Like, they are two very good players for each other. AIT NOURI, he loves to hold this space out wide. He loves to cross balls in. He loves to go into the box and to cut balls back. So those three things, cut inside and cut a ball back, crossing balls in, and holding space, all of those three things help Rangers. How does it help Rangers that he likes to hold this space high up the pitch? Rangers plays good long balls. You play that down the wing, AIT NOURI gets onto it, you help Rangers. You cross balls in. Rangers is very good on headers. So crosses, Rangers, there you go, and you've got a recipe for success. Now, you go into the box here, with AIT NOURI, cuts the ball back. Rangers loves to crash the box. So Marmoush as well, by the way, but I imagine Marmoush will already be in the box. What I imagine is Marmoush being like in the box here together with Haaland, to give Haaland some more space to roam around, that he's not as tightly marked. And then Rangers crashes the box. Again, you help Rangers with that. You also help Haaland, by the way, with that, because you get someone of Haaland. So AIT NOURI and Rangers is a very good duo to get. But how does AIT NOURI help us other than just Rangers? In my opinion, he's a very, very good attacking player with defensive liabilities. Like, people like to forget the defensive liabilities, because people are like, oh great, we signed a left back or this or that. Defensively, not that good, if we're being honest. But that's okay, because we've got a defensive structure behind him, and the goal is more so to score than to defend with AIT NOURI, or to help us score even. So AIT NOURI, I think, can really improve this attack, which we've needed. We needed fullbacks to really liberate our wingers. That's gonna help our wingers, man. Our wingers can't be doing touchline shifts anymore. They have to go into the box, they have to roam free, they have to go up, go inside and stuff. These wingers need some freedom. What happened with Grealish? Heard about him fuming or something. Let's talk about Grealish. Minor detour, guys. Minor detour. Let's talk about Jack Grealish. So, Talk Sports said something of Gabi is not happy with how Grealish has with how Guardiola has treated Grealish. Grealish is responding to this. What do you want me to do? Scored a hat-trick in 20 minutes. He's clearly fuming. And someone responds to it. Jack has been bad lately. I'm not surprised Pep did that. Yeah, lately he's been bad for too long. And Jack responds with, I've been bad lately, scored 3 goals in my last 3 appearances. Congratulations, Jack, but let's be honest. Let's be honest, Jack, because like 3 goals in your last 3 appearances, but like let's see these world-class statistics from Jack Grealish. 1 goal, 1 assist, in 20 games. 1 goal, 1 assist, 20 games. So yeah, you scored 3 goals in your last 3 appearances. Congratulations, Jack. Congratulations. Against Leicester, by the way. Against Leicester and Newcastle. An assist against Newcastle, fair enough. A goal against Leicester. In 715 minutes. Not the most, but let's be honest, that's the reason he doesn't get the most minutes. It's so shameless of him. So shameless to go out there and say, yeah, I scored in my last 3 appearances. Like, okay. Yeah, if you look at this, 1,000 minutes, 3 goals, 1 assist. Like, he's never been a goal scorer. You can go through this. This season he got a lot of assists though. But like, if you look at his Villa numbers are a lot higher. Like 6 goals, 12 assists. These are decent numbers. Whereas with approximately the same amount of minutes, he's only getting 5 goals and 7 assists for Man City. 8 goals, 6 assists, that's a lot better than 3-3, 3-1 and 1-1. But you can just see he's had a good treble season. Not as good as his last season at Villa. And that's just looking purely at the numbers. But he's had a good treble season, but for the rest he's not been good enough for City. So it is what it is, really. It is what it is. But Grealish, big up to Donna. I think there's a player in Grealish, don't get me wrong. But he just doesn't work with Pep. Because Grealish is a very okay number 10. A very solid midfielder. And Pep Guardiola will not give someone freedom to roam unless they are absolutely world class. Whether you like that or not, whether you disagree with that or not, that is the fact of the matter. That's how Pep plays football. So, I'm not saying that it's correct. All I'm saying is, the way Pep plays football, Grealish has not thrived in that. That's not entirely his fault, but he should have done better. It's not entirely his fault, he still should have done better. He's not been good enough for us. I hope he goes to Spurs or to Everton or wherever and plays out a good last few years to his career. He's in his 30s now, he won't have too much left in his career. So go play the end of your career somewhere, have a good one, but he has to go. And if I'm Grealish, yeah, it's easy to say, of course, over the internet, but if I was Jack Grealish, I would close my social media accounts. But I know, very ironic for me to be saying this, because I'm on YouTube every day. I'm doing 3-hour live streams on Luke's channel and stuff. But you know what I mean. Like you know what I mean. There's no point. There's really no point in being on social media as a professional athlete, just watching yourself get slandered constantly, because that's what happens. That's what happens. It looks like he vented his frustrations. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's frustrated. He's just getting pounded and pounded and pounded on social media. But venting your frustrations on social media isn't going to make them better. You're going to get cooked harder. So, if I'm Grealish, yeah, get off social media, bro. Get off social media. Focus on yourself. Improve your own game. He's going to leave. We all know that. Go somewhere else and show that you are a good player. That's what I will do if I'm Grealish. And him leaving, I mean, we all knew that Grealish was gonna leave. So it's not exactly shocking. Wait, what is this on Ancelotti? That's new. Yeah. Pep Guardiola on Carlo Ancelotti. I'm so happy for him. Blah blah blah. But I'm so happy that he's not in Madrid anymore, because all the time he beats me. That I don't have to handle it anymore. Yeah, Pep, that's not exactly true, is it? That's not exactly true. You just bottle games. That's the case. Yeah, it's gonna be the same story with Xabi Alonso. You need to start performing in Champions League, man. Pep Guardiola. I'd love to be in a World Cup, in a Euro, a Copa America. I've always thought about it, but it depends on many things. If it happens, it's fine. If it doesn't, it's more than fine as well. So to me, this sounds like Pep Guardiola is considering a coaching role, but won't say it outright. You know what it is? It's like dancing on the edge, you know? It's sitting on the fence. That's what Pep is doing right now. Acting like Mudryk. Bro, to be fair to Mudryk, he's played pretty well since he moved away from Chelsea. He's played pretty well. Not great, but, I mean, better than at Chelsea. Anyhow. We've got this as well. Oh, not this. We've got this as well. Cherki wants a Man City move to be completed before next Tuesday, according to Mail Sports. So, I'm not sure how reliable this source is, but let's read it. It's from City Extra, so should be pretty decent. Is this the latest? Oh, this is just the latest updates. Okay, I see. Yeah, NOURI is traveling to Man City. Yes. Okay, here we go. Ryan NOURI wants to join Man City before the June 10th transfer deadline ahead of the Club World Cup. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I would imagine that NOURI will play in the Club World Cup. Like, speaking of the Club World Cup, yeah, like, who do we play in the Club World Cup? I imagine NOURI will be there and Leenders will be there. So let's say NOURI, Leenders, let's say Gvardiol, let's say Diaz gets rested, Gusnov, I have a better idea. Diaz and Gvardiol rotate with each other, and then you have Gusnov somewhere, and you have him rotate together with Jumaba, who's coming back from loan. By the way, to the people who don't rate Jumaba, just wait. You don't know what we're waiting for here. Jumaba, just wait, guys, just wait. It's a big Club World Cup. It's a big tournament for Ba. Right back, I would go with a Kanji, to be honest, and I'll explain myself in a second. I think Rodri needs to get rotated, so Rodri will be getting rotated with Gonzalez. So Rodri gets rotated with Gonzalez. I think Reinders, just full send Reinders, that's fine. He hasn't played too much this season, just Serie A. So Marmoush actually needs to get rested a bit, so I would rotate Marmoush with Savio, personally. Foden needs a pre-season. Cherki needs to get into this team, and Haaland also needs a pre-season. So this is about what I imagine here for the Club World Cup starting 11. Or like team in general. Because we can't play some of these players too much. Like AIT NOURI is skipping international duty to do his medical. So AIT NOURI should be fine. He's not gonna play international football. He's gonna get rested a bit. He's gonna be prepared for the Club World Cup. AIT NOURI can go play. Tijani Reinders, he's not played as many games as the Man City played. Obviously not being as deep in Europe and stuff. And just not having that good of a season with AC Milan. Well, he had a good season individually, but AC Milan as a whole didn't. So, Reinders can play, in my opinion. Rodri, we can't throw Rodri straight back in. I think a lot of people are expecting Rodri to come back and be the best player in the world again. After you get your ACL injury, it's usually not the last one. Usually, after you get an ACL, you come back, pick up a muscle injury. You're out again for a while. Come back, muscle injury, after a while. So what Rodri needs to do is not be rushed back. Give him 30 minutes. Give him 20-30 minutes. Let him play at the end of a game. Let him, in the warmer weather hopefully in the Club World Cup, let him get back into the shape of being a Man City player. Then throughout the season, next season, let him develop back into that first role. He's probably not ready to play as he used to until January. And I think we need to be fine with that. I think we are fine with that, because let's be honest. Let's take Rodri out. Let's take these guys out quickly. Let's say this is our starting 11 next season. Let's say at least the first half of the season. I think most people would prefer this 11 over what we have had this season. Or last season, I suppose. And of course, we need a right back. I'm hoping on Livramento. I'm personally hoping Livramento to be our right back. So, of course, we need a better right back than Akanji. But even if we have just this is a big improvement on what we had before the summer. So, last season. 24-25. So honestly, I'm fine with this. I think this team can win a cup. And Rodri, just come back slowly and we'll be fine. I'm not too worried. About that. I know people are very desperate to see Rodri back. I'm not. I want Rodri to come back when he's ready to come back. Not a moment sooner. Because you know what, yeah? I know I talk about this a lot. People probably get tired of me talking about this. But it's so important for me to say it. You don't want Rodri to come back, play one game, play 2 games, and is injured. Before the Euros, or in the Euros, during a group stage match, I made a video. And in fact, I know people won't believe me, so I'll prove that I did it. I made a video, it's one of the most watched videos on my channel, and I said, we have fucked up with Rodri. Let me show you guys. Popular. There you go. 11 months ago. That was before the 4-peat season. That was before this season even started. June the 20th. I said, if this guy is playing football next season for the Arsenal game, we're gonna have problems. I said in this video, we need to be comfortable playing against Arsenal without Rodri. We were not comfortable with that, and what happened? Rodri got injured. So, I've been talking about this before, yeah? And we can't have this happen again, you know? We can't have this happen again with Rodri. Because we have a cover now, we have Nico Gonzalez now, we have AIT NOURI coming in, we have Reinders coming in, we have players who can play. So, I understand wanting to see Rodri, but be patient. And when he comes back, yeah, don't start him. Let him come back off the bench. Let him play 20 minutes in the Club World Cup. I would not even start him in the Club World Cup final, should we get there. Let him come back off the bench as well in Premier League games. Let him start a half of football, maybe, when you're 2 or 3 months in, if everything is going flawlessly. Then let him starting games and doing 60 minutes and then going up. It's so important that we manage Rodri properly, because he is our, if not best player, second best player. He is the Ballon d'Or winner. then I just feel like we have a good enough team. Let me show my screen again, yeah? We have a good enough team, let's be honest. We have a good enough team here to not need NOURI immediately. Especially should we get a proper right back. What is your opinion on words on the yesterday game? For me, he contributed nothing. It was Gish also who set him up for the goal. I don't know. I did not watch the game. He scored the goal though. But yeah, I did not watch the game. So I can't say. I was doing a panel show with Luke from Not In My Lifetime podcast. So yeah, I can't say. But I'll say you one thing though. Gets goals, gets assists, and it's not his fault. It's not his fault that defense concedes to. Like, you know what I'm saying. He gets the goals, then his defense concedes to. Is that on words? I wouldn't say it's fair to say that. Maybe that's just me. However, I've talked about pretty much everything here. It's been a bit of a shorter stream. But we've been talking about this stuff a while now, so it's starting to get a bit boring to talk about. I've said my stuff. I'm not going to talk too much yet about the Club World Cup, unless you guys really want that, I suppose. Nobody else is live, so I'll redirect you to myself, because I am streaming later. It's going to be a fun stream, I believe. And we're doing a steel man stream. So if you don't know what steel manning is when you try to make the best version of an argument possible. So even if you disagree with it. So I'm gonna steel man your worst transfer ideas for Man City in a stream that I'm doing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I've already got 3 players. I've got a bit of stuff prepared. It will be fun, I think. But I'm just gonna do it off the top of my head. So we're gonna go with it, and we see how it goes. So let me share my screen. Yeah, this is gonna be the stream. That we do in a few hours. So in that stream, the chat will not be will not be able to see the chat, because otherwise it will get in front of the banner. But I think it will be a very fun stream, personally. So yeah, I'm redirecting you guys to that. We go live in about 2 hours. I'll see you guys there. Give me your suggestions in the chat, I suppose. And I'll see you guys there. Oh, wait. One more chat. Silva had a fight with him too. Looks like it is already set up for the next season. Let's talk about this before I fuck off. Bernardo Silva playing one good game. In fact, I did not even watch it. I don't know if he played a good game or not. Bernardo Silva potentially having played one good game internationally, where the pace of the game is different, does not mean he's ready to play in the Premier League again. And him having fight and him doing, I don't know, something I suppose, in a game I did not watch, it's no reason to say, you know what, Bernardo? Let's keep you. Let's keep you, because clearly you've been a great... No. If anything, that means we can maybe sell him. If this guy can play better, it means we can sell him. Because we're never getting money for this guy if we don't sell him now. We're already struggling to get money for him now. We need to sell this guy, especially if he plays good, for as much money as possible, because this is a rebuild. And when you rebuild, you need to let go of the old. You need to be ruthless. It doesn't matter. Oh, I like this player. Maybe this player can still do a job. Maybe, but it's a rebuild. You need to detach yourself from those who have done it in the past, and you need to go forward to those who will do it next. You need to go to younger players who have more ambition, more hunger. That's what you need to do, yeah? Bernardo Silva, doing one game, potentially good, great for him. That does not mean, sure, let's throw him back in here for Man City. Absolutely not, in my opinion. So yeah, recap of all the transfer news we had. It's not that much, to be honest, but here's the recap. Ryan NOURI is complete. He will do his medical tomorrow. Grealish had a mental breakdown on Twitter, and Ryan Cherki wants to go to Man City tomorrow. The question is, how much should we pay for NOURI? Sorry, for Cherki. I keep mixing them up. They both have the name Ryan. Like one is Cherki, one is like NOURI, but it's like both are Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, how much should we pay for Cherki? I'll say 30 million, because that's an asking price. So just pay 30 million. You know what I can bet that is. Yep, anyway. This is getting a bunch of likes right now. So how much should we pay for Cherki? 30 million. Stop messing around. Stop doing this weirdness. Take the 30 million. Go on. Happy days. And we've got a baller in the squad. 30 million euros, by the way. 30 million euros is 25 million pounds. That is cheap. 25 million pounds, man, for a player of his quality, bro. Stop haggling, man. Stop haggling. What is this? Anyhow, that is it for me. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Go to the next stream. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I believe. I've never done something like this, but I think it will be fun. And now I will go shower in preparation of that next stream because I'm filthy. I just quickly did this stream because I saw the news. So I'll see you guys over there in a few hours. Bye.